All right, no table is safe outside of Highmark Stadium because this crowd is loud and this crowd is ready for a ball game. We're just outside of Buffalo in Orchard Park, New York. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And we're off and running from Western New York. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Opening play, and Bo will throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Nix from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Oh, man, it's Marvin Mims. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
Yeah, right there. That's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
On first down, it's Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Once more, it's Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, but you couldn't do it.
Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be 4th down. Offense up to the line fast. Going for it on 4th, Nix. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
56, half 8, alert, alert! What's that?
Allen taken right to the air. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. We're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script. Rock test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
That's brought in downfield by Kincaid. Into the red zone. Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Dalton Kincaid with the touchdown. Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Broncos nothing.
Bass now to kick this away. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Finds the in route complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Nix looking to throw. Getting out to his left. And he's tackled for a short gain.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you can take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
Here we go on 4th, Nix. That one finds his man, Ingram. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
That's good for a Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Nix. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix. And again an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Working quickly here.
And the Broncos first down. A gain of 16 yards.
First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Offense to the line fast.
15 more yards. That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. He was back, J.K. Dobbins. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 18-yard line.
44. Captain.
Here's Nix to throw. He gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. Nix leading the Broncos to the line for this 2-point try.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And this is caught. And that bid for the lead works out. They're now up 8-7. Ooh, they get the 2 out of it. Nicely done, but into double coverage there. Feels like they might have gotten away with one there, Brock.
You know what you call that, Kate? You call that a quarterback's best friend. These receivers all the time will tell the QB in the huddle, just give me a chance, bro. Just give me a chance. Just put it up there. And that quarterback did, and the receiver delivers.
They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Alert! 56, 50.
1st and 10. Here's Allen. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
This game, Kate, that's his domain, and he is prepared to reign over it with an iron fist. Not going to give his assignment any space in playing tight man-to-man coverage. He knocks it away.
Second down. Here's Allen again. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. So they'll get to scheme about this third down call for a bit. That brings us to the end of one. 8-7 the score. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They have it 3rd and 10. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Here he goes. 3rd and long. Got a man. That's Kincaid. The 30. The 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take a second quarter lead. Dalton Kincaid with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game.
5 wide.
The Bills are lining up for a
To throw again, it's Allen. And this is caught as they hit the end zone for 2.
that makes the score.
Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
Pass now to kick this away. Marvin Mims now to return it. Makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. It's Nix out of the pistol. Headed out right. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Nix again on 2nd and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
And air it out on 3rd. Dialing up a receiver screen. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
Hey, we're good.
Looking quickly here.
Gain of 19 yards. That's good for Broncos. 1st down. A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Denver.
Bombers. Away. Catching. Away.
Throwing on 1st down. Nix. Flushed out now to his left. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. They're down to their final 1 in this half. Defense sent him packing back to their own side last play. Time to build on that with 2nd down. Nix from the gun. On the move, headed right. He finds Ingram, working downfield here. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that game.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. When you get outside that pocket, you you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
Shotgun handoff to Harvey. Give him 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. And we'll see how this plays out the rest of this half with none remaining. First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. To throw, here's Nix. Finds him over the middle. He's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Trying to throw this from the gun. And oh, he got it! Interception! Taron Johnson has it.
You know exactly what I don't like there, Kate. It's only 1st and goal. You got a couple more plays in your pocket to get in the end zone. Instead, you put the ball in harm's way on your very first crack, and now, well, that defense has an opportunity to bail themselves out exactly what they just did.
On 1st down, Allen. And down he goes. The Bronco defense gets there. Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack.
Alert! Gun. 5 Monday.
Back to throw now, Allen. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down.
Alert! Hey, home.
3rd and long for him here. Downfield by Kincaid. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw. When you throw it that deep inside the numbers.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Bills grow their lead just before halftime. It's a James Cook touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Bass now to kick this away. On the return, here's Mims. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. On 1st down, it's Nix. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Shotgun snap to Nix. Chased out to his right. He takes it himself. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, looks like the 30.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
Nix now, 3rd and 1. And the defender's there to knock this away. That effort means it's 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
This interception is also dropped, but they're still going to take possession as the incomplete pass forces a turnover on downs here. 1st and 10 from the 32.
Hey, tight. Alert! Look out!
Working from the gun, it's Allen. Going deep here for the end zone. And this is Cox. Touchdown, Buffalo. The
good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid, let him run.
Pass on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills stretch their lead to 21. Bass now to kick this away. On the return, here's Mims. This makes it up to the 25. Offense showing trips out wide as they get set for this 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. This one falls incomplete.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix. Nice game left side. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Broncos.
Nix now on 1st and 10. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Looking for Pat Bryant on that throw. And now they face 2nd down. Once more, it's Nix. Lasers this one deep down the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Bombers. Testing.
Working inside the red zone. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. All right, with 6 seconds left, we've got a timeout. Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. Here's Nix. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, it just couldn't quite hang on.
Knocked away and hits the ground, incomplete. That brings up 4th down. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your #1 objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the 2nd half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that 1st half. And that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
Here's a screen for Cook. Not a lot of room for him. He makes it to the 34. Greg Greenlaw getting there for the stop.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Allen setting up play action. Buys time, rolling right. Catch made by Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
They're going to down it by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. First down from the 42.
Alert! Hey, tight.
Allen to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Allen. Pulled in by his back. Cook. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. That hit affected that throw, and it sails out of bounds, incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Alert! Gun. Out. Alert! Middle. Right, 319. Half 10. What's that?
Here's Allen. And this time they can't connect, so that's incomplete. Been favoring their back this drive. Let's see if it's going to continue now on 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. Allen on 3rd down. Got a man, that's Kincaid. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills grow the lead coming out of halftime. Dalton Kincaid with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Middle.
The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. So after thinking it over, these guys lining up for 2.
Alert! 180! What's that?
To the air again, Allen. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Shantae Barron has it. Well, they don't get it, but just the choice to go for it there, Brock. As I'm looking to my right, seeing a partner kind of fuming, a little steam coming out of the head. I'm sure you and many others maybe aren't a fan of that call.
I don't feel like I'm that old. I really don't.
You don't look that old.
Well, thank you. But yeah, this still just gets me, and I know many others every single time.
Pass now to kick this away. On the return, here's Mims. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Dose of the hurry up here.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Nix from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he stopped cold at the spot. He paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
That's good for Broncos. 1st down.
Bombers.
Nix. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
Nix looking to throw. He finds his back. Harvey. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They get 19 on that pickup. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
Hey, we're good.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Denver.
Nix to throw again. Caught by the open man. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
Here we go.
Offense up to the line fast.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Throwing again. Here's Nix. And they're going to score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos start the second half with some needed points. It's a Bo Nix touchdown.
The Broncos will line.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That's Cole Bishop. And he has it up to the 9-yard line before going down.
Those defenders, well, they're just as excited as all of us when we get to see a 2-point play. It's a chance to directly keep points off the board and can energize the defense and give them that swag when the defense is stopping.
And this drive is going to have some great starting field position as a result of that short kick. This, our last play of the quarter.
Alert! 319. Regular, right? 56.
On 1st down, Allen. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. Allen's first real mistake. That's intercepted. That's P.J. Luck. And the Broncos get it back on the final play of the quarter. A nice takeaway to end that 3rd quarter. And they're going to have a new possession waiting to start the 4th. It's Broncos football as we near the end of what has been a largely one-sided game. They've got 1st down here from the 36. Shotgun snap to Nix. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands. He dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up. So play number 1 almost ended this drive. Let's see what play number 2 has in store. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
They'll air it out on 3rd. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. 3 straight passes have hit the ground, but here we go. They're going for it on 4th. Desperation time here. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on down. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Back to work after throwing the pick. Forced out to his right. Escapes the pocket. Oh, Allen loses it. And this one kicks out of bounds. They'll keep possession, but a tough spot now after a massive loss.
5 wide. Off 52. 319.
Blitz coming here. Allen. And this one is launched downfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Monday. Hey, tight. Look out.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Completed to his running back. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line.
That's good.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Throwing here, Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. James Cook, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
$56. Identity. Half 85. Alert.
Again, Allen to the air. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last Pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
Hey, hold. Look out.
They'll throw. Third and long. And once again, they can't connect. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that brings up fourth and long.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
5 wide. It's out.
They'll go. Allen. They connect for the first. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills keep adding to that fourth-quarter lead. Dalton Kincaid with a touchdown. A fourth for him in this game, and one more ties the record. So Allen lining the Bills up to go for two. So Buffalo's going to call it second timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining this game. So after thinking it over, they're lining up for two.
The Bills are
To throw again, it's Allen. Escapes out to the left. And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another two more to that lead.
41. Broncos 14. Tyler
Pass now to kick this
off
away.
for Buffalo.
On the return, here's Mims. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Broncos take over first and 10.
Broncos to the line now. It's first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 8.
Oh, flag is down here. This might be a free play. And that one is incomplete. There's a flag down, though. If someone was across that line, this could end in a first down after all. To throw, here's Nix. This is Sutton working the right side. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Bills territory.
A gain of 9 brings up second and
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Broncos hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Just a yard left to go on second down. Here's Nix. Finds Mims. And he's down. It looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line.
a gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Broncos first down.
Throwing on first down, Nix. Outright, and Ingram makes the ground. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 38-yard line.
They'll throw again. Nix on the move, headed right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Once more, it's Nix. Complete beyond the marker. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Working quickly here.
7-yard gain. And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Nix with it on first. The sideline shot snagged by Sutton. And they're going to have first and goal as he gets this down to the 4. Now the Bills use their third and final timeout. Offense in position now. It's first and goal. Working inside the red zone. Chased out to... And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos putting up points in a game decided. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. Now after the timeout to talk things over, here they go, trying for 2.
The Broncos will...
Nick's going to try and throw for it. Buys time, rolling right. And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out.
Broncos
With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And the Bills are able to secure this kick. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Offense to the line fast.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now the Broncos take their third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Oh, Bronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. That's going to be caught by Cooks. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Catch made over the middle. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Bills have a first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Oh, he loses it on the return. They could get this back. They'll recover, still with it. And the Bills bring this back inside the 10-yard line before going down. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers.
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Big loss on the play. It's now 2nd and goal.
Hey, hold on.
They're going to pass it here. Has it at the 7. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills put up even more points in a win. Dalton Kincaid with a touchdown. The 5th of the game for him, tying the NFL single-game record. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Ooh, whether they got it or not there, Brock, not going to make too many friends going for 2 in that situation.
Yeah, sure felt less about whether they're successful or not and more just about the fact they don't care. I'll tell you what, they may forget about it. Those guys on the other side, they won't. And they'll remember it the next time they line up against each other.
So it's the Bills who come away with the win.
This speech is my recital. I think it's very vital to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky, it's so tight. Here we go. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. It's tricky. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. Tricky. I met this little girlie. Her hair was kind of curly. Went to her house and out. I had to leave real early. These girls are really. All they just say is, or spend some time and rock a rhyme. I said it's not that easy. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. How is it, B? It's tricky. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. Tricky. In New York, the people talking try to make us rhyme. They really hawk, but we just walk because we have no time. And in the city, it's a pity, cause we just can't hide. Tinted windows don't mean nothing, they know who's inside.
We are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Today we've got a fun AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 25.
Jackson going to change things up a bit. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Jackson going to keep it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Jackson going to keep it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble at 2nd down. Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Jackson. And it is caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory. Down at the 31.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Inside handoff, Henry. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
Here's Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he is going to have a Ravens first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allow him to convert on 4th and long.
That's another Baltimore first down. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Ravens.
Hey, middle. Let's go. Get hot.
Throwing is Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
At the 6-yard line.
Hey, report. Hey. 13. Go ahead. 180. 180. Go.
Now Jackson. toward the pylon, caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers from 6 yards away. And the Ravens have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo.
No, we changed it.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. So they went for two and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Round, out. Middle.
To throw, it's Allen. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
That's good for a Bills first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing now is Allen. Shakir holds it in. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Khalil Shakir, 42 yards. And the Bills strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. And clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. Good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Ravens. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. After one, it's 13-6. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to upstate New York and Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. With my partner, Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. We are just about set to kick it off. And off we go from Orchard Park. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Report! Report!
Out of the gun, they'll throw to get things going. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Yeah. Go ahead. Hey. No, we changed it. Hey, middle.
Lamar going to work from the pistol. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Pistol formation with Jackson. Rushed to his left. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Little backyard football here by the quarterback. It looked like he was running around the playground in his early days. The disruption of the timing early was the key, and from that point on, him and his receiver just unable to get on the same page.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's going to be caught. He's going to have a Ravens 1st down. Big letdown defensively. They allow him to convert on 4th and long.
First down. A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Baltimore.
From the gun, Jackson. And left side and caught by Flower. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. That's another 1st down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18. To throw is Jackson. He'll go right back to Flowers. Now the Ravens use their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bills' 6-yard line.
Hey, report! Hey! Report!
And the pistol, Jackson ready. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
33-yard line.
An unbalanced look to the left here on 1st down. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. Throwing right away is Allen. Flush to his right. Gonna send it downfield toward Knox. And he will score. Dawson Knox. Touchdown, Bills. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
2nd and 2 at the 34-yard
Jackson now on 2nd down. Open man, that's Flowers. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. He finds DeAndre Hopkins for the catch. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Baltimore.
Jackson up top again. A big mistake. It was 1st and goal, and it's intercepted. And a nice job there on that return. Gives them breathing room up past the 30-yard line.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to go.
And a good run there. Going to give him 5 yards. So, from 37, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, throw here for Allen. That one downfield for Cooks. That's caught. And he will go all the way. Brandon Cooks, touchdown Buffalo. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Returned it.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Jackson now. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That one caught by Wester. And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. Our score is 14-8. More after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
No, we changed it.
Again, it's Jackson. They're going to work this down inside the 45. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down.
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score points. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. What does that do? Gets you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. That's into the hands of Wester. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd down, Jackson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. 3rd and 9. Throwing Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Matt Milano. And the Bills are going to have it just past their 25. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10.
6-yard line.
Allen going to throw. Moving left. He's looking deep for Shakir.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
He gets this to the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
And the Bills, 1st down.
Allen going to give it to Cook. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Play action. Here's Allen. He'll air one out for Palmer. That one underthrown and intercepted. Picked off by Chidobe Awuzie. And a solid return as he gets it up past the 45-yard line. Back to throw, Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. They're going to work this down inside the 45.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Baltimore first down. A gain of 12. First down, Baltimore.
Now, Jackson. Flush to his right. Now he'll run it. And he's going to be very close to the first down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back in Buffalo after this. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Gain of 6. That's good for Baltimore. First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
No, we changed it.
Here's Jackson. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 18-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. He'll look underneath for Henry. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and goal.
Henry will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year. Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy is better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
First and 10, and it's Allen. They'll set up the screen to Cook. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
Brought down back at the 31-yard line.
Throwing on second down. It's Allen. He'll swing this one out to Cook, and he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They need 8 as they come up for third down.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Out of the gun, here's Allen. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. They go 3 tight ends here on first and 10.
Alert!
Again, it's Allen to the air. He's going to tuck it and go. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35.
12 more yards.
Here's first and 10.
Another Bills first down. First and 10 at the 32.
To throw is Allen. On the run to the right. He'll run again. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10.
6 more yards.
So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's first and goal.
Goal at the 6-yard line.
Oh, man, left wide open. Good play design there. James Cook, touchdown, Bills.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, it's Keaton Mitchell. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for first and 10. Now Allen moving to his left. Going to send it downfield toward Knox. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down. He was looking for his tight end, Dawson Knox. And it'll be second down. To the air once more, it's Allen. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play. Third and long.
Round 80! Monday. Pass. What is that?
From the gun. Throw here for Allen. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. What a letdown for the defense. They allow a conversion on 3rd and 16.
First and 10.
Just a really nice, simple play design. Just get the ball to one of your playmakers on an underneath crossing route, and he does the rest to secure a nice gain. That's just good, simple execution.
One more time going up top with Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. To the air once more is Allen. That's into the hands of the fullback. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag back in the backfield. Is it a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? What a critical flag. Roughing the passer. It sets up first and goal. That's going to be incomplete. That was very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
Second and goal.
Off 52. Anini! Pass 85.
Throw once more. Here's Allen. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Chidobe Awuzie. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Jackson out of the pistol. DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one. It's second down.
It almost seemed to me before the snap, Mike, that the quarterback was expecting man coverage, and then after the snap, the defense fell into zone, and it just completely mixed them up. You can see he's staring down his receiver, and frankly, I think he's lucky that ball was picked.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. Lamar going to work from the pistol. Left side into the hands of Hopkins. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away well short of the first down marker. On fourth down, they snap it to Jackson. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll give himself up after picking up the first down.
First down. A gain of 7. And the Raven first down.
Report. Pistol formation with Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down.
That's good for Baltimore. First down. 2 yards on the play. First down, Ravens.
Now Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
A gain there of 23 yards. Good for a Raven first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now Jackson. Looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. Looks like one of the Ravens was able to fall on it. Yes, indeed they did. So Baltimore will keep possession. Second down, Jackson. Forced to his right. He runs with it. And he's going to have a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this third quarter. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. What a moment in this game. A touchdown would give them the late lead. It is first down and goal. Here's Jackson. This one caught at the floor.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Powering forward. He's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
From the gun, Jackson. Moving, and he will get into the end zone. The conversion is good, and the lead is up to 3 here in the fourth quarter.
21.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. To return, here's Ray Davis. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Cook, and he'll get about 5. Here comes second and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. A short throw caused by Kincaid. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Allen to his tight end, Kincaid, and the Bills have a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
disappointed there after giving up a first down. From the gun, here is Allen. Exiting the pocket right. He's going to run it. He'll get a dozen out of that one. Scrambling his way to a first down. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. They run out of the gun. It's Cook. Awkward looking tackle there. Upended at the line of scrimmage. No gain. They'll try again here. It's second and 10.
At the Ravens' 35-yard line.
Throwing is Allen. Forced out wide. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Dawson Knox. Touchdown Buffalo. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's first down. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's taken in. It's Rasheen Ali. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
Brings up second and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Here's a second and 3 forthcoming. They'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout. Talk things over before third down.
Third and 9.
Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrew. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
Baltimore, first down.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. And he's going to be sacked, but there is a flag down. Not sure how close he was to being offsides. So after the penalty, a break as they now have first and 5. Throwing Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Flower.
Jackson's pass.
And just a pickup of 3 or 4, but with the penalty a moment ago, it leaves them with a good down, second and short.
At the 26-yard line.
Rolling right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
Baltimore, first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
To the air one more time with Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
At the 24-yard line.
Again, it's Jackson. Throw over the middle. Brought in by Hopkins. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up first and goal.
Baltimore, first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Jackson up top again. Moving outside the pocket. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete. Now, second and goal. Now it's Jackson. He's got it at the 3. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
The Ravens will line up for the
back to throw. Jackson. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Davis now to return it. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. This is 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Allen. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. Out to his right. That one downfield for Cooks. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal.
Makes the score Bills 35, Ravens 32.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, it's Mitchell. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
And the pistol, Jackson ready. Forced out wide. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. Headed left, buying time. And he'll be forced out of bounds. A pickup there of 25 yards. First down, Baltimore.
And the Baltimore first down.
Jackson looking to throw. That's hard. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
That's another Baltimore first down.
Hey, move. So the Bills Mafia goes home happy. It's a win for Buffalo. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector. Shorten it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow with a blonde who's a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul. So fly, I can walk in any spot, every be soaking from a time when it was stronger. Today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds of their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming, I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest. I shock them like real prop. Creep with baddies in sequence, dresses with high strung. Fresh off the jet, you can see my vision while I've come. How much time y'all got? Yo, Preem, let's drop something. What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the capital city of Colorado. Welcome to Denver and Empower Field at Mile High. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Washington Commanders and the Denver Broncos. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, welcome to this game. Jake Moody going to get it started. Off we go from Denver. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Trey Amos there to make the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Bombers.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. Flush to his right. Now he takes off. And Nix with a wise move there at the end. Sliding to a stop, but he's got the 1st down.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback. But here we are, early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
He's got his receiver. It's Cortland Sutton. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
That's another Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Harvey. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10.
Broncos 1st down.
Back to throw is Nix. Now they'll set up the screen for Harvey. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. The Commanders will signal for the 1st of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
At the 10-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. He's got his big tight end, Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Denver. Now the Broncos going to use the 1st of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. And now they want to show they mean business here. Offense going to remain out there and try for 2. Now Nix can look to throw, and he will take it in and tack on the 2 points to make it 8-0.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Daniels starts with a pass. That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
That's good for a Washington 1st down.
Here we go, catch!
A gain of 18.
A run here with the veteran. It's Austin Eckler. And this will be a short pickup down to the 45. D.J. Jones, the big defensive tackle, with the stop. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll motion over Samuel. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. Off he goes. And he is out of bounds. That's a couple of yards short of the marker, and it'll bring up third down.
That's a smart play. Second down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable third down.
And this ball incomplete on third down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Forced the incomplete.
This one intercepted. Picked off by Riley Moss. He gets free. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. So they make the decision on fourth down to try to go for it. Instead, it goes back the other way for a pick six.
Yeah, and anytime you go for it on fourth down, you're saying, hey, we don't mind rolling the dice and taking some chances. In this case, it backfires. The defense is able to capitalize, and they take it all the way back the other way.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
Got it. Ready? Let's go.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. Right side, catch made by McClure. So, from 37, here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. That's taken in, it's Austin Eckler. And to be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. Commanders with the football to begin the second quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. Has caught left side. That's Ertz. Down the sideline. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. A big play there for Washington. Pickup of 46 yards.
So it's man coverage, Mike. You have to keep track of who your responsibility is. And in this case, he just drops him. He's wide open, short throws.
And he will get into the end zone. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. Touchdown, Washington. Now Jake Moody for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Commanders get it back to within 9. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. A first down throw for Nix. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And it'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Handoff now for Harvey. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
To throw is Nix. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Well, here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
Nix gonna throw for it. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
You know, Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle, and the players are looking at the sideline like, coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this first down.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
Cougar 19.
On the zone read, Krusty Merritt. He'll take this down inside the 30. That's the safety telling Noah Hufanga on the tackle. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I return to Denver after this. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's swung out to Krusty Merritt, and he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup at 5, but it will keep the drive going. On the move left, he's going to keep it himself. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down. They'll motion over Sam.
Fix the Eagle! Fix the Eagle!
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. To